Stay tuned. Coming up next on LiveWire, we're going to talk to two new filmmakers and get to preview their movies. With me today is Haram Kim. He's a new filmmaker, and I guess you're a Sac State film student still?
Oh, Sac City.
Oh, Sac City.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, even more interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize they had a film program
Yeah,
there.
they do. It's actually pretty good. Yeah, there's
Yeah?
a lot of materials they have, a lot of resources. Yeah, it's pretty big. Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I like resources. You need to talk to me about getting to know some of the people, because I think
yeah.
you're the first student that from Sac City
Mm-hmm.
in a long time that has been a place called Sacramento
Oh.
script writing winner.
Yeah, oh, nice. That's cool. That's an honor, honestly. Yeah.
Is this your first film? Have you produced other films?
We did a couple, like for the class. We were in a filmmaking class, and in that class you do like a couple short films, like as projects and whatnot. So I did do a couple, but this is the first one I guess, wrote and directed. Like the other ones, I was more like assistant director, or I was helping like behind the scenes. But this time I'm like kind of more in control of the film and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, this is your baby.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the title is Korean. It's Sonmat or
Yeah. 손맛.
Songmat.
Yeah.
Okay, it sort of hangs on there.
Yeah.
I have no Korean, so you're going to have to
It's
help
all good.
correct
I got
me.
you. Yeah, I
this
got
is
you.
good. This is good. So it's I assume you're Korean culturally,
Yeah.
so that you have an interesting perspective for this film festival that's coming up on the 13th of October, or is it the 11th?
I think it's the
11th of
11th. Yeah,
October.
the
Sorry. So tell me about what the significance of the title is.
Yeah, so the title, yeah, 손맛, directly translates to, in English, to like hand taste, but it refers to the love, the care that mothers or like maternal figures put into their cooking. So it's something you can't really like quantify, I guess. It's like deeper than the food, yeah, but it's just like the love that mothers put into their food when they make it. And that's what like Koreans refer to that as. Yeah.
Yeah, I was curious, so I started diving. You go down these rabbit holes, and there were some really interesting other explanations of what it is, and they actually said irreplaceable quality infused by cooks into their food.
That's way better than I explained it.
No, you did. It's a
Yeah.
mother's love, basically, or
Yeah.
a father's love, depending on.
Yeah, any type of someone that cares for you, loves you, like their cooking, it's expressed through that. So yeah, that's a great definition though. Honestly, it's something you can't be replicated, something that is unique to each individual, I guess. So like my sonmat is different from your sonmat, and people experience it in different ways. So yeah.
Very cool. So that actually is your storyline, right?
Yeah.
The irreplaceable, you can't replicate it.
Yeah.
So do you want to tell the audience a little of what your story's about?
Yeah. So my story, the film 손맛, it centers around this young Korean American man, and he's grieving the loss of his late mother, and he tries to commemorate her, I guess, through making this Korean dish called miyeokguk, and it's a Korean seaweed soup that has some significance. You typically eat it on like your birthday, and also like people that have, or like moms that just have given birth, usually eat it like for like health benefits, like there's benefits for like your blood and stuff. So yeah, but he tries to make this dish to commemorate her, but it doesn't go as planned. But through that process,
Don't tell us
he learns lesson. That's it.
Okay,
Sorry.
that's good. That's good. I was
Yeah.
going to say, don't give up too much because I
Yeah.
want people to come to the premiere at the Crest and see this.
Yeah.
I got to watch the movie and I was taken by the fact that it's a first movie for you. It was so eloquently produced. The story was so
Thank you.
elegantly
Appreciate it.
told. So, is that all you? I mean, like the timing and the gentleness of the story.
Yeah, I mean, no, definitely not all me. I had a wonderful crew, wonderful cast. I was really nervous throughout the whole production, honestly, or even prior, like the pre-production and the production. But these so many different individuals, they're so talented. They really helped me along the way. Were patient with me. Also, I think one of the bigger areas that I didn't really see, or the editing process was huge for the movie.
Who was your editor?
Yeah, his name is Josh Greenfield, who I actually met at the casting crew call. Yeah.
Oh, is that where you found him? At
Yeah,
the casting crew?
He volunteered, and I was we just linked up, and then
So
we just finished up. Yeah.
Let's look at a couple of slides of your behind the scenes.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Here's your poster, right?
Yeah.
So and here is one of the scenes.
Yeah, that's a lot on the light rail.
So your main actor is there on the right?
Yeah, Matthew. He was our main actor, playing Haesung, the main character in the film.
He did a really good acting job.
He's great.
Right?
Yeah.
I felt his angst. And this is you with who
Yeah.
else?
So that's Matthew, our actor again, and then that's also Matthew on his right, our cinematographer.
Okay.
Yeah, they're both named Matthew, but yeah.
That was a little. And who owns the wild blue lamp?
That's actually mine from my
Oh.
place. Yeah, I thought it was so nice that that it could be this one source of light.
Could we go
but-
back to that? Go back to that lamp picture? Okay, that actually had an impactful in the scene. It had its own impact to it.
Yeah, it's a really nice light. But
So
yeah.
let's go to another picture, shall we? Oh, so this is the main character as a boy. So it's Haesung.
Yeah,
and
Haesung,
Haesung.
Yeah.
And who is the actor?
Oh yeah, so this is actually
Can you go
the
back
boy.
to that last one?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
boy and
thank you.
that's the boy and the mom. They're actually mother or son,
Oh my gosh,
real life.
you could feel that.
Yeah,
You could really
yeah.
feel that.
So I thought it was really nice how she could be on set with him, kind of holding his hand a little bit, helping him out. But yeah, I found them. They actually are. I found them at a Korean church in Sac.
Excellent.
Yeah, which I'm familiar with a little bit. But yeah.
So
that's
you
where I
went
found them.
casting for a mother and son, and I'm making a movie.
Yeah, there were actually 5 different mother and son duos, I guess, that were at that church. But they were the most game. So.
And
yeah.
and her outfit looked sort of like a vintage, because it was a flashback.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a little older.
Right. Who came up with the clothing? It was a good.
For all the clothing, or that one?
Her outfit.
Yeah, well,
I
she
thought.
actually brought that apron because I really wanted, when I was thinking of that character, I was just thinking about my mom when I was younger. So my mom, when she's cooking, she's always got an apron on. She has red gloves that you use to wash dishes, very things that all Korean households have. Yeah.
So I am curious, is your mother still living?
Yeah.
Okay,
she's
I was
still
wondering
here.
whether the story was
Oh,
based
yeah.
off of personal.
Not too literal, but
Oh,
yeah.
okay, good,
but-
good. So do you think we could watch your preview? Or
Oh,
it's
yeah.
not a preview, it's just a sneak peek of your
Yeah.
piece.
For sure.
Let's get back to work, Hang Song.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Hey, happy birthday! Miyeokguk is what Korean people eat on the morning of our birthdays. It's to cut up the seaweed into bite size, just like this. And then stir fry the beef until it's lightly pink. Then add soy sauce, seaweed, and then stir fry it for 5 more.
So you get to see Son Mat at a place called Sacramento. It's the world premiere on the 11th of October. Join us at the Crest Theater. We're going to have a good time. If you want to buy tickets, you can go to accesssacramento.org. It's on the home page, and it's a fun time had by all. And there's photos of each one of the films. So let's see. Oh, I was looking for yours, but we already took a look.
We saw it.
So I thought all those shot angles were very interesting. The tension of him being so close to the edge, the shot coming up. Who made those sort of decisions?
Honestly, some of those shots were. I did make a shot list with my cinematographer like weeks before the shooting took place, but a lot of shots I found out like we came like through the actual like on the day of. As like cinematographer and I were discussing, like, okay, maybe the ones that we thought of were a little awkward, you know. Also, like, you know, it's kind of hard to fit the camera in this little area. So yeah, it was definitely like a collaborative effort for those shots, but definitely credit a lot to my cinematographer for thinking about all the shots, all the angles. Yeah.
And were you using the FX3 cameras that we provide?
Yeah, from
Cool.
Access Sac.
Yeah,
Yep.
those are brand new cameras that
Yeah.
we love. Were they good to work
They
with?
were like amazing. My
Good.
cinematographer was like drooling all over it. It was really.
I hope he didn't literally drool all
No,
over
no,
it.
no. It's all good. Quality's still nice, but yeah, it was really nice to work with those cameras. They're really high quality.
We're really leaning into the independent film community here. It's a rather large community, and we want to be able, as part of our nonprofit mission, we want to be able to make sure that there's accessibility to fledgling filmmakers.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It just
so-
gives more people opportunities to, you know, showcase their story,
Yeah, I'm
like
glad
me.
you used it. I
Yeah.
think you were the first person who actually used the cameras.
Thank you. Yeah, it was awesome.
It was great trust, because those are expensive.
Yeah, they are expensive, but
Okay, that's good.
took very nice care of it.
That's good.
Uh-huh.
So I thought that the actor Matthew Hanjun,
Hanjung? Yeah. Mhm.
he did an excellent job. He was very convincing. Where did you
Yeah.
find him?
Yeah, so I actually found him through my producer, Dana Walker, who's also done like previous PCS films.
Wait, stop.
Yeah.
How did you get Dana to produce your film? You didn't know her before.
No, I did not know her at all. We met through the casting crew call. So like,
Yeah, so let me just pause
Yeah.
and tell the audience. So we do this cast and crew call. It's like an old black and white movie where you're like, hey, let's put on a show. And everybody says, sure. And they all volunteer their talents. And by the end of the movie, it's the most amazing show. Well, that's what happens on October 11th is we have premiere all. So everyone over the summer is participating in volunteering to make your film.
yeah.
But you found somebody who happens to be at least twice winner of PCS. I
Yeah.
didn't know she produced.
Yeah, she produced this one. She just came up to my table, volunteered, and I was like,
You're one lucky duck.
yeah, I know.
Okay.
That's how I found Matthew Hanjung, the actor. I think she knew him from like the theater because he is working in theater, so he found him through like the SAC theater community, and we just met at a cafe, and it was like off to the races.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Thank you for talking with me. We're going to go to a break now.
Oh, for sure.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
The impact of a meal goes well beyond feeding our bodies. Food can open endless possibilities for people to thrive. Because when people are fed, futures are nourished. Everyone deserves to live a full life. And with your help, together we can end hunger. Join the movement at feedingamerica.org/actnow.
please.
You are loved. You are valued. You are resilient. You got this.
You're there for them. We're here for you. Find free care guides at aarp.org/caregiving.
Get it, slip it, cuff it, check it. Talk to doctor now and share it.
Get it, slip it, cuff it, check it. High blood pressure silently affects millions of Americans. Staying on top of your blood pressure is as simple as these 4 easy steps. Self-monitoring is power. Visit manageyourbp.org to learn more.
I'm back with a new filmmaker. We had to say goodbye to Haram Kim, and now we have Tony Pacheco. Did I pronounce that right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, and Janine Romney. Now, Janine, you have been part of the PCS world, and when I say PCS, I'm talking about a place called Sacramento, which we have a year-round education program that culminates in the film premiere. And I'm going to cough right now, so
Go ahead.
You talk.
Okay. Yes.
me.
Yes, I've been involved probably about 10 years. I got the bug 10 years
really?
ago, and I started with PCS. I was an extra on a film, and I was a bank patron, and they said, we also need people in this film to be crazy. Would you like to do that? And I said, sure.
Typecasting.
So,
You get to be a
there you
crazy
go.
extra.
Crazy extra.
There's a lot of local stories where people started in it with our film festival, and so you're an actress, right? And now you're, excuse me, co-producer, craft services,
My
and
AD.
assistant directed. Okay, you guys monologue with each other while I call.
Okay.
Well, it's very fortunate to find you because of Ryan McKinney, a friend of mine from about 10 years ago. So he saw that the director friend, he used to take scene study classes with him, and he saw my name pop up on the list of people who were selected. So I got this text out of the blue, congratulations. I'm like, new phone, who it is? It's Ryan McKinney. Like, hey, so met her for lunch, we're talking, and then he just pulls out his phone, says, oh, I think I know a person, and then I got Janine, and who's been like
and
a
I
huge.
said, no way. Right? I said, I'm not doing that. That's a huge job. I can't do it. And then got to read his script, and I'm like, all right.
Tell us, Tony, about that love story.
Oh,
That
yeah.
convinced Janine to actually produce.
Yeah, and see, if anybody knows me, they would be like, you wrote a what? So it really just kind of grew. Well, all right. It's we have our musician Corey, who's been conditioned by his father failure to make
Don't
it.
tell us the whole story.
Well, no, he's
Okay.
it's and she has Mary, the other lead. She has her own beliefs that were instilled upon her from her parents. So it just turns out to be it's like when their relationship finally starts to look like it's dooming, they have to what do they do? Do they decide based on how they've been taught to believe or how they really feel about each other? So it's like
So basically, this young couple has love and conflict, and their parents, they're dealing with their parents' own conflict over love, right?
yeah, pretty much.
Right.
I mean, it's not based on anything. It's just that's just what happened.
And when I watched your piece, I love the high energy. There's so much original music in it, right?
Yes. So all this is because of a band I was in like 10 years ago. They had this one song that for some reason I had this scene stuck in my head, and I've been wanting to write something, and submit something for years, and it was either I missed a deadline, or I was too lazy, or but this year I figured since I have so many busy things happening in my life, the universe will probably go, sure, why not? But I just think I got very lucky. So.
Oh, well, just to have Janine help you with the production and the assistant directing, I mean, I'm just, it's nice to have somebody who has an understanding of what all the processes are. I have so many questions, but I thought we could look at a couple of the pictures, a couple of the behind the scene pictures. Maybe we could go to there. Okay, so there's the young couple, and the characters Corey and Miri,
Yeah,
right?
it's Ethan Z. Lang and America Mraz. Actually, she was at the casting crew call, but she wasn't written on her thing. I just happened to see her in the, the little video you guys make on the side with the mug shots. Hi, I'm so and so.
Yeah, it's funny. People don't want to get their picture taken, but for the filmmakers, it helps clarify, who the people are.
There's Paul.
And here's someone we're familiar with,
So
right?
DP Paul, he was like super fantastic. I also on the, the mugshot video, I just make fun of him because he was at the very end when the light was down and he was hiding in the shadows.
So could you go back to that last photo? Paul actually teaches a TV studio production class here at Access Sacramento, right? So he is also practicing his skills as a camera person, right? Or
yeah, we just tossed him right into it. I said, I want this shot, I want this shot, I want this shot, and he was like, okay. And the previous one was on the artist's loft on R Street, so we got some really nice shots. On the top of the building. It's Patrick Steichen. And
I was thinking, he's whose dad? Is he Miri's?
He's
Can you go
Corey's
back to that
dad.
last photo? He's Miri's dad?
Oh, sorry, Mary's dad, yes.
Or
Sorry.
is he, yeah, okay. So who is the production person who was assisting him with his?
Oh, that was me.
Is that you?
Yes.
Okay.
I
Janine,
couldn't tell who was enjoying being
do
Mike
everything.
more. Who was Miking more.
You're doing everything. Okay, so here's an argument scene, right?
Yeah, that's...
Whose dad is that?
That's Corey's dad, Aaron. I should have got a correct pronunciation of his name. Pina. He never had the tilde over his name, so I didn't ask.
Let's say Pina.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, Aaron.
And,
Shelby Rainey was.
And where did you get him from? Was that a casting crew
He showed
call?
up at the casting crew call.
Cool.
I liked his look. He took our picture. He smiled. I told him don't smile, and he did not smile. And I'm like, okay, yeah, thanks. And then I was like,
Scary
hope I didn't
dad
make him
look.
mad.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you had a very big cast. Like there's a lot of extras because you have.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you did. You had a lot of people. When I saw your credits go by, I was like, dang, that's a lot of stuff going on.
Very fortunate to have Old Ironside's manager, Jasper, say, yeah, we'll open up for you.
So Old Ironsides, I'm pretty new to the city. And so when I Googled it, I was like, it's been in business pretty much consecutively since 1933.
Yeah, they
so
changed
is that the
hands.
music place?
It was one of, well, yeah, I mean.
Didn't you play there?
I played there a few times. It's funny because in the background, one of the videos of my old band is playing, just kind of shameless self-past promotion there.
So I have many questions, but let's go ahead and take a look at your film.
I know the dream.
You don't let anything stop you. Nothing.
I know the drive.
This is important. It's probably the most important.
And I know the sacrifice.
What about us?
Being on the road is freedom.
Do what you gotta do, no matter what.
But the farther you go, the rougher it gets.
Don't you ever let anybody hurt you.
All those temptations. You need to make a choice. Figure out what it is you live for.
Okay, so a place called Sacramento. You guys are going to be there October 11th, right?
Mm-hmm.
I hope you're all going to be decked out in fancy clothes and
it's so fun.
Enjoying the accolades of the many.
Best dress.
Yeah. So it's a theater that seats over 900 people. So we hope that people who are watching this will come and enjoy the evening because it then helps finance the next year. And next year we're going to have our 25th anniversary. So.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a year-round educational program, and a lot of what we do is just sort of push you, right? We have some workshops and some classes, but the idea is we think practicing is the most important thing. Practice a skill. And Janine, you have so much experience in doing that. How many times did you say you participated?
I've participated pretty much every year in some way, or some small role or larger roles, and in acting. And for producing, I've helped a couple different films over the years. I like giving back at this point. It feels good to be helping other people.
Okay, so I give you, the only way this succeeds each year is through volunteerism. So
True.
So you have my dying, appreciation. I don't know.
Hopefully not your dying appreciation.
Yeah.
You're undying.
I was coughing. Yeah, I'm dying. I was coughing pretty bad earlier. So Tony, I consider you very fortunate to be able to work with Janine, but you were a very conscientious filmmaker, probably our most conscientious. You checked in and you made sure we have 1 million deadlines and you were on top of every one of those deadlines.
Yeah.
So from that perspective, thank you.
Setting stuff in before and then realize, oh, I messed that up, and then I can meet the deadline because I can have the correction for the deadline. So, yeah, no problem.
You did great.
Thanks.
You did really
it was
great.
A mess, but
yeah. So what we just looked at was not actually a scene from the movie, it was more of a trailer, right?
Yeah, I couldn't do a scene.
You couldn't do a scene?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, you did great.
Thanks.
So people will be looking for it. Where Haram Kim's is sort of the graceful, elegant, yours is rock and roll. You got. There was another cafe in another
Bueno
location.
Cafe,
Where is that?
On 400 T Street.
On T Street.
Those guys are great. Carlos and Art Leo, Carlos Talamantes.
Did they do live music as well, or it was just a cafe scene?
Yeah, it was just a cafe scene. They have, I think, an artist there selling his stuff, just on the side, and a nice churro machine on the outside.
It's a great little venue.
Yeah.
Okay, so I hope anyone who watches can pick out the places, the locations, and frequent them, because obviously
they catch the address scrolling up super fast at the end. So.
Bueno Cafe.
Yeah.
Okay,
and it's on our
good.
Instagram and Facebook page. So.
Okay, so tell me, did you learn anything in the process?
Yeah. I learned what not to do.
Well, tell me something that you will never do. Oh wait, didn't you have a Ferris wheel scene?
Spoilers.
Oh, tell me what not to do.
Don't. Okay, so and Dawn Spinella, she was awesome. I'm sure she did the I told you so. She did tell me so, and I wasn't listening in class, but said don't write a 10-page script. I thought I was being good by making 9.5, but yeah, she said write an 8-page because I didn't account for action. So I was like, I had to whittle this thing down to 10 minutes, and I was just like, oh no. And, well, it actually works.
You did it.
Yeah.
You did it. And we're going to leave you on that. You succeeded despite all the challenges.
A lot of
right? Oh, let's take a look at your poster. It looks great. For Love or Rock. Pretty cool.
Then my friend Matt Rollins, I know him for a while.
Yeah.
Another musician.
Whoever designed it did a really good job. I look forward to listening to all the original music on your. I think there's 5 or 6 original songs or bits.
Oh, they're all
parts
everything. Everything in there is either me or my friends or me or my friends. So.
I hope they're coming. Okay, so we're going to wrap this up. Thank you, audience, for watching. This is Tony Pacheco and Janine Rami, and I am Donna Giroux. I am sitting in for Ray Tatter, and he'll be back in a couple weeks.
Thank you.